Have you ever smiled in public while slowly falling apart in silence, as if your body keeps walking, working, talking, but your soul quietly exits the room, not with a scream, not with a breakdown, but with a whisper, "I can't do this anymore." That's not just sadness. That's something deeper, something darker, something most people don't recognize until it swallows them whole. We've been told that sadness is just an emotion, something temporary, a cloud that will pass. But what if I told you that the sadness you feel, the heaviness, the numbness, the silent exhaustion, isn't a weakness or a phase or even yours to carry alone? Depression doesn't always look like someone crying on the floor. Sometimes it looks like someone doing the dishes, answering messages, smiling at friends, while feeling absolutely nothing inside. You see, depression isn't just about pain. It's about disconnection from joy, from meaning, from yourself. And in a world that never stops moving, that demands constant productivity, that rewards fake smiles over real stillness, depression is not your failure. It's your system saying, "I can't keep living like this," not because you're weak, but because something about your life no longer fits who you really are. Sigmund Freud called depression a form of mourning, sometimes not for a person, but for a part of yourself that was lost. Carl Jung saw it as a necessary descent, a signal that your psyche is trying to evolve, but is being blocked by the life you've been told to live. And Nietzsche said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how, but depression steals your why." That's what makes it so heavy. Society says, be positive, be grateful, just move on. But that's the lie, because if you could just move on, you would have. You've tried, again and again. You've smiled when it hurt. You've worked when you were empty. You've shown up when your soul was begging for rest. The lie is that you're supposed to bounce back. The truth is, you're allowed to break down. Depression isn't laziness. It's not a lack of willpower. It's neurological. It changes your brain chemistry. It distorts your ability to feel pleasure, hope, or connection. But the most dangerous part? It convinces you that you are the problem, that your exhaustion is a character flaw, that your suffering is something to be ashamed of. But that voice in your head, the one saying you're broken, is not your truth. It's your symptom. So, what now? You don't need to conquer this all at once. You don't need a 10-step morning routine or a miracle. You need one small thing. Just one. Open a window. Drink a glass of water. Put your feet on the ground and breathe. That's not weakness. That's resistance. Because every time you choose to stay here, to feel, to breathe, to keep going, you are rewriting the lie. You are not your sadness. You are the soul that survived it. And that is not small. That is everything.